Welcome back everybody to the channel. Today's video is, I suppose it is an unboxing. I did say on the last video that I did that I was going to purchase the Xtool S1 20 watt laser. I didn't want the 40 watt. I've no course for I've got a 40 watt CO2, so I didn't want that. 20 watts ample, and I got a package deal from Amazon, and to be fair, you couldn't beat it. It came with the 20 watt laser S1 unit, it came with the RA2 rotary unit, and it came with the riser base, honeycomb panel, and it came as a package deal, and it was, I'll put a link in the description to it. But yeah, I don't have to do a review on the S1 because there's that many out there. I will be showing you some projects that I do on it, but it's really just to show it. It arrived within, well, I ordered it at the morning, and by the afternoon the RA2 rotary had come. Now I have the Xtool 10 watt D1. I already have the RA2 rotary with it. However, it doesn't come with a lead, a special lead that's needed for the S1. I mean, I'm going to use the RA2 that I've got because that's been used, and just use the lead from the new one. Keep that boxed, it's brand new. Whether I deal with that and get rid of it later date, I don't know. But I might as well use the RA2. You can get an additional attachment for the RA2 rotary, which is a unit, a laser unit that sits in top of the actual chuck part, and it lines up for, it gives you the center line for a mug. So you just pull your crosshairs to it and it does that, and it comes with a different base, an adjustable base. Now it's about, cheapest I've seen it's about £60. I've no cost for that. I'm used to doing mugs, so I've done quite a number of them, so I'll just keep my old way and just learn the new system with the software for this, because I won't be using Lightburn with this, although it says it's compatible, but you have to do something to use it. I'm going to use the software that comes with it. Everybody recommends using the software that comes with the S1. The first priority is to get the riser done, because I need to then unbox the S1 and then sit it on top of the riser. It's come well packaged, although there are a couple of, in the S1 box there are a couple of heavy dents through the cardboard, but it is well protected. I haven't opened that yet, but I've taken photographs of that, so we'll see whether it remains intact inside the box, because it's obviously been misused when it's been handled. But as I say, there won't be any comeback as regards myself. I haven't damaged it, but I've got the photographs to prove. But Amazon's pretty good. If I complain to them, they'll replace the unit. So it's Xtool store on Amazon, and I went on Xtool site and I couldn't get the same package deal that I got from Amazon. So, but I do like Xtool. I've had a D1 for a number of years. When they first came out, I bought the Xtool D1, and then they bought the D1 Pro out, then they upgraded to a 20 watt, but I'm quite happy. It's done a lot of work as my Xtool D1, so we'll see how this goes. So it is a bit of an unboxing, but we'll see how it goes. Wireless mic for this yet, so everything I've had from Xtool has been absolutely first class. Right, let's see what we have in here. Right, first thing is we have a couple of brackets. Yep. Put them to one side. have a packet of screws, little Allen key screwdriver. As you well know, Xtool give excellent instructions. Those as well. Let's take this one out. And there is the riser base. Slight, but it's well constructed. It appears to be all metal. This is the first thing if you get in the riser base, is situate your riser base where your Xtool is going, and then load that up on top of your S1. There we go. Nothing else in the box. So we'll load that up. By the way, this isn't the riser base with the door at the front. I've just found that out, but it's no consequence to me. Right, here we are at the Xtool. I found out that the riser base, I didn't know, and I'm done it's something that maybe I should have looked into, but I didn't realise. But it's no concern. It's the one with the opening door, back and front, is to allow you to use a conveyor system that you can get, which has a pass-through. So I'm happy with that. Yeah. I've no intentions of getting, and nor do I have room for a pass-through conveyor system, so no, I'm quite happy with that. So that's the reason why, apparently. As usual, very well packaged. Grasp the two belts and lift the unit out. Right, so what I'm going to have to do with this is pop it on the floor and lift the unit out. So I'll do that now, so I'll put you on a break. Right, here we are, very well packaged. It isn't a light unit. I managed it on my own, but it'd have been better with two people. Yeah, good instruction book again. I can see the honeycomb panel there. They have Velcro. One honeycomb panel. Seems a well constructed one as well. So, yep. Check it for damage. And none there. And none there, so should be good to go. the Velcro strap. Look at that. Remember the Xtool coming, it was very well packaged, but you have to do a bit of construction work with that. And there we have the lid. Won't take the protective film off yet. Material pack. It's good. Toolkit. So look what's in here. Some magnetic honeycomb holders, I believe, and some other bits and bats. Yep, lubricant grease. Yeah. Pop that back in there. Extraction hose and air hose. Well, I have, as you well know, I have a fan, so this will be connected to the fan to extract it. And then if I do use the Xtool D1 for small jobs, I can actually still utilise the extraction hose. I believe this is the automatic air assist pump with the filter on underneath. So, yep, it looks pretty good. It's quite heavy, but air pumps are, so. Some more goodies. One power brick. What we have in here? All the necessary leads. Leave them in there, and of course the main unit. The 20-watt diode laser unit. Right, see what's it. I should do that over on the table where it's going to be installed. Right, here's the unit where it's working. It's going to be sat here next to the 3D printer, the Xtool M200. Now these are the little, I don't know if you can see them, some little white plugs there, 2 screws and one there. That locks the gantry in place. And this is solely so that in transport it doesn't move about. But yeah, it's quite substantial and well fitted together. So next step is to get those out, and then we can get the gantry forward and then get all the connections up and running. Those are the 2 little brackets that you have to take out. That's one of them, little screw, so save them. Because if you ever have to do any transporting of the unit, then if you were going to a craft fair, you'd need to put those in. You just wouldn't move it without locking them off. There we go, second bracket. Should allow me to now move the actual machine head forwards. There we go. That's where your connections go. Next thing is to install the laser head unit. There's some cable ties around here, so we'll take those off. Very smooth is the laser head. Yep. It is magnetic, but there are 2 screws that hold it in. There we go. That just needs the 2 screws in. If you look in the toolbox, you'll find a little package that has 2 screws in, which attaches or secures the laser module to the head. You always save the packets as well. One in. They don't have to be over tight. That's it, one laser. Then you've got your connections to secure, which is your air hose, which goes on there, and your wiring connection, which goes in there. You can connect it off before you put it in, but you let it click and that'll be in. And that module now is completely fit. There is a probe that clips onto the side, which is there. Yeah, that just sits on there, clips on the side. Must be magnetic, that. We have some more screws, but we'll find out what those are for when I read a bit more in the instructions. Now here we have, I've just turned the unit round because you need to get some connections in the back here as it is. This is for the extractor. This is a vent hose if you don't have an extractor, but you need something nearby. But this comes up, you take 4 screws out and then you place this new hose in, and then that's the job done. Again, they don't have to be too tight, just nipped up. And you can see how that goes. Connects in there. It's quite flexible, is this. Pulls out, so I'm just going to put it over there when I turn it round, and you can see the other connections there. That's for the fire suppressant system if you get it. I won't be using that. These are powered, and I presume it for the air assist. There's a USB key that goes in there, and if you don't have that in, it will not fire. It will not work, and it goes in there. You get, it's like a little dongle. That's for the monitor. That's for your power brick, I believe. And this is for your air hose. So that's the next one we'll be putting in, is the air hose. That just plugs in there, locks in place. Just keep that in there because I've got to turn it round. that's the dongle, you can see, and that goes in there. You get 2 of these, I believe, so in case you want to pass them on to members of the family that want to use it. That goes in there, and then your lead will go in there. Okay, leave that up there. That's for the air pump. This is for the air hose unit. Leave that on there as well as. Let's turn this round now. Right, I've the machine set up. I've just put a piece of MDF in, and I've just done a square with a low hello round, as you can see there. And the blue is engraved, and that is cut, the red. And if you go over to the right hand side, and I've only quickly touched on this, so click on that. The blue is engraved. Okay, if you go back to that, click on the red, that's cut. Okay, it's highlighted, so it's cut. So it will do the engrave first, and it's cutting at millimeters a second. So cut that down to 5 and see what that does. Standard it came at 6, so, but I noticed it didn't quite cut through. I'm going to do a framing, so if you watch what happens on your frame, press frame, and then it will come up with framing completed. You'll click on that once you've pressed the button, which is there, and you'll see the button goes blue. I think it's from white. Once you press that, it will now frame. There we go. And then you'll go process, put the fan on. The fan will automatically start when it starts in process. But I've got my fan running anyway, so will the air. That will do it. So now I have to press this again. Wait a minute. Click start. Start there. Okay. Process, sorry about that. Press the button again. It was a very nice engrave, I must admit. set it to engrave first. I mean, I've only just touched basically the settings of the software, and it's the new studio one. There, it's gone into a cut, and you can hear the air pump pick up a little bit. And what you need to do as well is when it's finished its cut or it's engraving, whatever it's done, just give it a few seconds for it to extract everything out of that cabinet. There we go, job done. So open that up now, move the head back, and if you notice on your creative workspace, when you move that head, it shows you the dot, it's moving the dot as well. These are the magnetic clips you get with it. There we go. A little bit burnt on the edges, but it does cut it in one pass quite easily. When I use on the Xtool, I use 2 passes. Xtool D1, I use 2 passes. But I'm going to probably, to get a cleaner edge, I'll probably speed it up and do 2 passes. I think that's going to give me a better finish. So there you go, and you can just feel that in the surface. So really pleased with it. See how it goes from here. Well, that's it for this video. As I say, it was a little bit of an unboxing and not too in depth. There are 1 or 2 things you've got to be careful when you remember when you put in the extension base on, the riser base. I took mine out of the box, 2 brackets, and I just put it there and then put the unit on top, the laser unit, and I realised that to take that out, when I take the base out, flick the riser unit over, put the plate in there, bolt it in, turn it on 2 brackets, turn it back over, then place it on top, and then fasten it all down. I didn't realise that. I should have just left it where it was. It won't. I just unboxed them both and sat it on top. I thought that'll be it. Then I thought, right, now go read the instructions. I had to take that back out from underneath there, which was quite difficult because it was all sat on top. But lessons learned. Read your instructions first before you do anything. Should have left it out and left the unit over on the top. But it is what it is. 2-minute job, that was all really. It does do what it said. And I cannot smell anything in this shop now, even though I had an extractor on. I've got my extractor taped up to the extraction hose that you've secured in the back of this. Yeah, I'm impressed with it, really impressed with it. We'll see how it goes, and I'll show you some projects that I do on it, and I might even show you because I've got another order for the Santa train, and I'll show you doing one of those in here, see if it makes a difference. So right, don't forget, like and subscribe. It doesn't cost anything, but it does help my channel. My numbers are going up. I'm chuffed about that, and thank you everybody that's supporting me. I will try and get back to anybody that gives me any questions. If I can help them, I will do. So until next time, watch out for a further video on the S1, new piece of equipment. I've now got rid of the LC40, so we'll see how it goes from here. Fingers crossed it'll be as good as what everybody else said it is. So until next time, you be safe, you be careful. Until the next video, bye for now. Bye.